Welcome to the Sunday Update. Faith Gardner with you. A man accused of fighting for an Islamic State group has been arrested at Melbourne Airport after being deported from Turkey. Federal police tracking down Mohammed Zubi after a 6-year hunt. The 30-year-old will commence 2 weeks of quarantine before being extradited to Sydney, where he'll face 6 terrorism charges. In Afghanistan, at least 40 people have been killed in a series of explosions near a school for girls at Kabul. A car bomb and 2 more blasts went off. It's believed most of the victims are students. Nobody has claimed responsibility for the attack. Ahead of the Tokyo Games starting in late July, Australia's Olympic athletes have been pushed to the top of the COVID vaccination list and will receive their first shots from Monday. Despite Japan in the grip of another wave of infections and extended lockdowns, AOC President John Coates is confident the Games won't face further disruption.
We spent the first half of last year identifying all the worst case scenarios, spent the next 6 months through to now looking at the countermeasures that are necessary. We're implementing those countermeasures. The Games are going ahead.
Australians are watching the skies with reports debris from a Chinese rocket is set to re-enter Earth's atmosphere close to Australia, and the Mother's Day Classic will see thousands come together for a fun run or walk in various locations around the country to raise funds for breast cancer research. Checking sport now. Overnight in the AFL, Melbourne continuing its unbeaten start to the year, getting up by 9 points over Sydney, 67-58. D's coach Simon Goodwin says it was tough going the whole night.
Typical game against the Swans. They're a hard team to play against, and that was the way the game panned out. In a lot of ways, you look at the numbers and, they probably should have won, but just the grit of our boys, the ability to keep finding. So I'm really proud of them.
While the showdown at Adelaide Oval has seen the Power taking bragging rights over the Crows by 49 points, 87-38. Earlier, wins to GWS, the Saints and Collingwood by 18 points over North Melbourne. In the NRL, the Cowboys have got up in a thriller over the Broncos by 1 point, 19-18, while the Gold Coast Titans down the West Tigers 36-28 in Sydney, and the Knights defeating Canberra 24-16. And in tennis, world number 1 Ash Barty has lost the final of the Madrid Open in 3 sets to Belarusian Arina Sabalenka. In entertainment news now, US TV host Jimmy Kimmel has slammed Caitlyn Jenner's comments about homeless people. Jenner, who's running for the governor of California, says many of her friends are leaving the US state due to the high level of people living rough. Kimmel labelling the remarks as tone-deaf. And Julie Tawney-Catane, best known for appearing in several 1980s music videos for rock band Whitesnake, has died. She was found at her California home, but a cause of death has not been released. She was 59. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.